Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some absolutely incredible news that's going to send shockwaves through the NFC West and honestly could reshape the entire landscape of the league. It's something that Seahawks fans have been talking about for a while, but now it's practically confirmed. Trevor Lawrence, yes, Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback who was once considered the future of the NFL, is heading to the Seattle Seahawks. That's right. The Seahawks, after a busy offseason filled with moves and strategic shifts, are making a bold statement by acquiring one of the most talked-about quarterbacks in recent years. This trade could redefine their franchise and set the stage for a new era of Seahawks football. Let's unpack what this means, why it's happening now, and how it could be a game-changer for Seattle. First, a little background for those who might not be fully caught up on the latest NFL buzz. Trevor Lawrence, the former Clemson star, was once hailed as a generational talent. Coming out of college, the hype was enormous, and he was the clear-cut #1 pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Expectations for him were sky-high, and many believed he'd be the guy to lead the Jaguars back to glory, a franchise quarterback who could elevate the team for years to come. But as we all know, NFL success isn't guaranteed overnight. And unfortunately, Lawrence's start in Jacksonville has been somewhat uneven. The Jaguars have struggled to find consistent success, and with a new head coach in Liam Cohen now at the helm, the team is facing a crucial crossroads. They need to turn things around fast because, otherwise, they risk falling into a cycle of rebuilds and high draft picks, which no fan wants to see year after year. Trevor Lawrence's numbers over his first 4 seasons tell a story that's a bit mixed but still promising. He has thrown for over 14,000 yards and 74 touchdowns, showing flashes of brilliance, but also some inconsistency that's left fans and analysts questioning whether he's truly reached his ceiling yet. At just 25 years old, he's still very young in NFL terms, and there's a lot of potential for growth. The issue is that the Jaguars, despite the talent he has, haven't been able to put together a winning formula around him. The coaching staff has changed, and with the new regime, there's a real possibility that the team might decide to go in a different direction if the results don't improve quickly. And that's where the Seahawks come into the picture. Seattle, as you know, has been in a bit of a transitional phase since their Super Bowl appearance in the 2013 season. They've been rebuilding their roster, trying to find the right mix of veterans and young talent, all while maintaining that championship window. The offseason was particularly interesting for Seattle, as they made some bold moves to reshape their quarterback room. They traded away Geno Smith, who had a solid season last year, demonstrating he's a capable quarterback, but perhaps not the franchise guy they envisioned long-term. In free agency, they signed Sam Darnold and Drew Lock, trying to find the right piece to complement their roster. While Darnold had a surprisingly good season last year, there's always the lingering question of whether he can sustain that success on a new team, or if he'll regress back to the inconsistencies that marked his earlier NFL career. So, what does acquiring Trevor Lawrence mean for Seattle? Well, it's clear that the Seahawks are looking to make a bold statement. They recognize that their window for contending isn't infinite, and if they want to maximize their chances of getting back to the Super Bowl, they need a true game-changer at quarterback. Trevor, despite not having yet reached the heights many hoped for, still has all the tools to be that guy. His arm talent, mobility, and leadership qualities are undeniable. And with the right coaching in Seattle, especially under offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak, there's a very real chance that Trevor could find a new level of consistency, comfort, and success in the Seahawks' offensive system. Now, it's important to understand what this trade would entail. The Jaguars, after all, are in a position where they might be willing to part ways with Trevor if they feel they're not on the path to success with him at quarterback. The new coaching staff, not being the ones who drafted him, might see a trade as a way to accelerate their rebuild and bring in assets that fit their vision better. For the Seahawks, trading for Trevor would mean giving up some draft capital and possibly some veteran pieces. But it would also mean acquiring a player with immense upside, a guy who's still young and has the potential to become a franchise quarterback for the next decade. From a strategic standpoint, this move makes a lot of sense. While the Seahawks have a talented roster, they're still searching for that definitive leader at quarterback who can elevate the entire team. Their defense, led by stars like Tariq Woolen and the rest of their secondary, is already formidable, and their offensive line has shown improvement. But without a truly consistent, elite quarterback, their Super Bowl aspirations remain just out of reach. Trevor Lawrence could be that missing piece, especially if he is placed in an environment that fosters growth and confidence. Think about it, the Seahawks have a young, talented roster that's ready to compete. They're in a division that's always tough, with the 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals fighting hard every year. But if they secure Trevor, they could leapfrog many teams, creating a new dynamic in the NFC West that would have everyone talking. The potential for a resurgence is real, and it's not just wishful thinking. Trevor's experience, combined with the Seahawks' offensive system and coaching staff, could be the perfect storm that propels Seattle back into serious Super Bowl contention. Of course, there are questions. Will Trevor adjust well to the Seahawks system? Will he fit into Pete Carroll's culture? These are important considerations, but given his youth and talent, the odds are in favor of a successful transition if everything falls into place. Plus, with the experience he gained in Jacksonville, he's no stranger to the pressure and expectations that come with being a franchise quarterback. Now, imagine him in Seattle, with a fresh start and a team eager to support him. The energy around the Seahawks locker room would be electric. Fans would be excited about the new era, and the division would instantly become even more competitive. On the flip side, the Jaguars would also benefit from this trade. They would get significant draft capital or other assets that could help them rebuild more quickly. It's a strategic move, one that might seem bold now but could pay off in the long run. The NFL is a league that rewards boldness, and Seattle clearly isn't afraid to take risks when it comes to building a championship-caliber team. In the end, what makes this entire scenario so fascinating is the sheer possibility of a quarterback swap that could shake up the league's power dynamics. Trevor Lawrence, a player many believed would be the face of the NFL for years to come, might find himself wearing the Seahawks colors in the near future. And for Seahawks fans, that's nothing short of exhilarating. It's a chance to see your team take a bold step forward, to imagine a future where your quarterback is a young, talented, and hungry leader who still has his best years ahead of him. The NFL is all about storylines, and this potential trade could be one of the most exciting chapters in Seahawks history. Now, let's not forget that the NFL offseason is always full of surprises. Rumors swirl, trades happen, and the landscape shifts quickly. But if this Trevor Lawrence to Seattle move materializes, it would be a game changer. Fans would be talking about it for years, debating the merits, and dreaming of Super Bowl glory once again. The Seahawks have shown in recent years that they're willing to make bold moves. Remember when they traded for Jamal Adams or signed key free agents? This could be the next big step in their quest for another championship. And honestly, with the talent they have on defense, the promising young players on offense, and a potential franchise quarterback like Trevor Lawrence, the Seahawks could be on the cusp of something special. It's a thrilling time to be a Seahawks fan. The future is bright, and this new chapter could redefine everything we thought we knew about the NFC West and the NFL as a whole. So stay tuned, keep your eyes on those headlines, and get ready for what could be one of the most exciting developments in Seahawks history. Because when the Seahawks make a move, you know it's going to be big. And this one might just be enormous. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Trevor Lawrence possibly donning the Seahawks uniform? Are you excited about the idea of such a young, promising quarterback leading your team into the future? Or do you think the Seahawks should stick with their current roster and build around what they have? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Remember, this is a community, and your voice is part of what makes it great. I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more deep dives into everything Seahawks. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting our team through thick and thin. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Hawks.